Hello and welcome back to Tactical Shaminho. This week, this is my fourth part of my 7-part series to describe to you the functional role of the cam in the Stoke philosophy. Now before I start, it's important that you find the right sort of profile of player for this, because it requires someone that puts their ego to the side and works selflessly for the team, because they're not going to get an assist and they're not going to get a goal. And what they're doing is that they're providing the assist of the assist. So you need someone that has that ability to put aside their own egos and help the team for the greater cause. The attacking midfielder is integral for the Stoke philosophy. They dictate the tempo of the team. They constantly have to look for pockets of space to provide 1-2s for the wingers to expose the opposition fullback. On top of that, they've got a huge defensive responsibility as well. So although they're not available to score goals or provide assists, they are the very cog in allowing the team to function. As I mentioned before, it's all about the attacking midfielder finding those pockets of space to help their winger. So in this example, the winger has the ball, and you can see this space for the attacking midfielder to run into to receive the ball to feet. And notice the distance isn't great. The attacking midfielder and the winger need to be relatively close together. So the winger will pass into the feet of the attacking midfielder, and the attacking midfielder will receive the ball side on, and notice it's on their right foot, but he's being closed down by these opposition players. So the ball is then shifted onto his left foot and played through for the winger to get on and put in a cross unchallenged. This example, the winger has the ball, and again the attacking midfielder is in a pocket space in front of the winger. So the winger passes into the feet of the attacking midfielder, and once the attacking midfielder has the ball, the attacking midfielder is starting to drag the opposition fullback and other oppositions into them, allowing space behind that fullback for the winger to ghost in. And at this point, the attacking midfielder does a semicircle turn and plays a through ball to the winger, who's now unchallenged and is able to get a clean cross in. It's so important for the attacking midfielder to create a great partnership with their fellow wingers. This partnership will allow them to create space for each other. So in this example, the winger has the ball and passes into the feet of the attacking midfielder, who again is in that pocket of space. So in this occasion, the attacking midfielder receives the ball to their feet and starts attracting the opposition players. And the attacking midfielder starts moving inwards infield to create space behind that fullback and allow the winger enough space to ghost in behind that fullback. And therefore the attacking midfielder can then turn outwards again and give a through ball to that winger, giving him enough space and enough time to cross in a ball. The pocket of space isn't always in front of the winger. And in this scenario here, the winger has the ball, but the pocket of space is in behind where the cam is right now. And I said in my previous video, it's wrong for the winger to take on the man because there's a risk of losing the ball through a tackle or the cross going in whilst it being challenged and imbalanced, therefore the cross being inaccurate. So in this case, the ball from the winger is passed back into the attacking midfielder, who then starts attracting the opposition fullback into him by going towards that byline. There is another reason he's going towards that byline as well, is that, as I said previously, the distance for the through ball has to be relatively short. And as well as that, the angle can't be too great, because otherwise the through ball will be inaccurate. So it allows that angle to be shortened and also the distance to be shortened as well. Subsequently, when the cross goes in, keep an eye on an attacking midfielder, highlighted right here. He's got no intention of going in the box and contributing towards an assist to the strikers or take a long shot. He's tracking back, and when the ball is recovered in terms of possession, he's starting to move over to the other side to support the other winger where there's space and there's pockets of space for a 1-2. So here's another clip showing a really good example of the functional role of the cam and having a really good partnership with his fellow wingers. So in this scenario here, the winger has the ball. However, these two opposition players are blocking his path down the wing. So it's going to be difficult to do a simple 1-2 here. So what the winger does is pass back into the attacking midfielder here. And subsequently, the attacking midfielder wants to create space and attract opposition players towards him. So what he does is that he receives the ball and he starts moving inwards towards goal, attracting these opposition players. This subsequently creates space behind the fullback. So at this point, the opposition players are now committed inwards with the attacking midfielder, and the attacking midfielder starts moving outwards again and narrows that gap and that angle to then put in a through ball for the winger to put in a cross. Keep an eye out for the attacking midfielder. He's anticipating, should the ball get headed out, that he can go and provide some help for his fellow wingers. And subsequently, he does move to the other side and offers himself to receive the ball and play the ball through to the winger. As I mentioned at the start of the video, the attacking midfielder dictates the tempo of the team. And on this clip, you can see the attacking midfielder win the ball in the middle of the pitch. And often, players make the mistake of receiving the ball here and sprinting towards the goal. And that's not using your brain. So you can see the attacking midfielder is buying time for their winger to ghost in down the left hand side here, and he's not sprinting, and when the moment's right he passes it through to him for them to cross. And finally, this clip shows a lot of aspects what the attacking midfielder can bring. So the ball is moved over to the other side of the pitch, and the attacking midfielder is quickly moving to the other side in a pocket of space to offer to receive the ball. He subsequently receives the ball from the fullback into his feet and starts attracting players towards him. He puts it into the feet of the winger, and the winger moves forward slightly, attracting players towards him, and that in turn gives space for the attacking midfielder to move into another pocket of space and receive the ball again to his feet. This in turn will start attracting these opposition players, and that opens up space behind the fullback for the attacking midfielder to put a through ball towards the winger, and that will give him plenty of time and plenty of space to cross in the ball. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and most importantly, don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. See you next week.